Kia ora, bros and girls. Welcome back to the channel. We were doing a deep dive on the uncollected bosses for this month, and Nick Fury is the next one up on the list. So Nick Fury, he's a new character, and he's got a couple of interesting caveats. So first of all, you have to kill him twice. It's a little bit like Thanos, but when you kill him, his decoy actually goes away and he comes back and he comes back and he's stunning you. But he comes back and he degenerates the first 70% of his life over time. Um, and also he's got these tactical charges. Now the tactical charges work like this. Every hit gives him a tactical charge if you're a normal guy. But if you're a mutant, every 4 hits gives him 1. So with a mutant, you don't have to worry so much. So I go in here with an Archangel, and the first phase, to be honest, with anyone is really easy. You just go in, you DPS him, you can stun him, you can parry him. This is not a big problem. And now that you've killed him, he's furious and he comes back. Now, not the decoy comes back, the real one comes back. And I'm waiting for him here. So he's degenerating. I'm kind of waiting till he gets to 30. His SP1 is pretty tricky to evade. His SP2 is not that tricky to evade. You just kind of have to wait until he pulls out the gun and pops. Now, what I should have done is I probably should have thrown it to SP2 or SP3 earlier, but I get kind of clipped there, and it doesn't work. But I found the easiest way is to use maybe Archangel for the first phase, and then once he gets to below 30, he just becomes really, really annoying. So either you want to be an awesome interceptor, or you want to have built up a good SP2, a good SP3 beforehand, maybe from the first phase even, that once he hits down into 30, you can get into him and deal that. Luckily with here with Iceman, I'm able to intercept and able to finish this off in one shot. But yeah, others that have worked really, really well are would be like a Domino or a Star-Lord, where you can build that power during the first phase and don't throw the SP, hold it, and then get him into his second phase. Now when he's in the second phase, he's unblockable, and you really don't want to push him over his either you don't want to push him over his SP1, or you want to push him to his SP2 because it's easier to evade. Then you gotta wait until he's down to 30 and throw off your SP2 or your SP3 or whatever you've stored up, and hopefully you can damage him in one shot. Now, of course, damage over time dealers are really useful. So if you have like a Domino with her critical bleed, is really, really handy, or Archangel with his neurotoxin. Because in the second phase, he's stun immune. He won't get stunned if you throw the SP2 or the SP3, but you'll still cast that damage over time, and that will kill him. So really, you kind of want to just watch him in the second phase till he gets down to below 30, and then kind of ruin him. The other trick, there's a couple of other timing tricks. Obviously, you can't heal block this guy. You can't reverse the regen. The only person that can do that is MODOK. And so if you are somehow so good that you can get him down and get just to your SP1, just before you destroy the original image, if you throw that SP1, it will reverse his regen and will immediately kill him. Right? Sometimes if your Archangel is duped, sometimes if you get a neurotoxin in just as he dies, sometimes that stops the regen, but it's very, very funky timing. Also, if you die at that instant, and I've had this happen once, I think, if you die at the instant he's regenning, and the fight ends, then that's it. And obviously he regens really quickly, but then that's it. He only gets that much life when the fight ends. So I've had a case where I get him down, something like this, and I get him down, and I'm trying to kind of just get him into the second phase with a 3-star or something. And I almost kill his life, I almost kill his first form, and he decoys, but he hits me as he decoys, and I die instantly because I'm like a 3-star. And he comes back with like 4% life or whatever, and I just have to come in and clean up his act. The third hack that you can do is to pause the game when you're in the fight, and then turn your device offline. Go back into the game. The game will fall out. You can only do this once an hour. The game will fall out, and then go back into it, right? And then restart, reconnect your device to the internet, and go back into the game and restart. And what will happen is Marvel Contest of Champions will go, oh, hey, you went offline, but you were in this fight against Nick Fury, against the boss. And you go, yeah, I was. And so what happens is you come back with 100% life, but he comes back in his second form after the decoy. Now he's already degenerating that 70% life, so you don't even have to deal with his first phase. So hopefully between all that information, this helps you out on how to deal with Nick Fury. If it did, like, subscribe, leave a comment, ask a question, and yeah, all that stuff helps me out. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the next, guys, in the next video. Ka kite ano, boys and girls.